Lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course, all of those in between. My name is Dexter, and welcome to my lab, or as always is, my sitting room sofa. And I guess this will be part 4 of my WGP... No, damn it, I can't remember. One sec. It will be part 3 of my WGP Orracle Rebuild. And at this point, the marker is pretty much almost rebuilt. I'll just let it by that. There we go. So you see, yep, the marker is pretty much rebuilt. The only part that I'm actually waiting for is the back block, because at the moment, bolt isn't secured. Now, I'll get you an update. I'll give you a bit of a run through on what's been going on, why it's taking us a little bit of time to do this bit. This has actually been sitting in the back room for a couple of days because I haven't had time for it to do a video. But what the problems I encountered have been, well, as you saw from my last video, the valve was seized at one point. I ended up having to pop. Well, I managed to pop the valve apart and polish it all up. It now runs nice and smooth, looks brilliant, looks like new. I can't remember if it was in the first part or in, I don't think it was in the second part of my video, but the feed neck, you know, this bit, that took us a little while to get put together because the spray paint that was on it was causing problems, and the trigger was a bit of an issue as well. I'll just pop that back in there. See, what was happening with the trigger was, because somebody has spray painted the trigger itself, you know, popped it out, spray painted it, it wouldn't fit back in very easily. So I've had to sand down the spray paint that was on the bit where the pin goes through, so that, and also the part where it goes where the trigger goes through into the optic section of the board, which is obviously through in here. Sand that down so that everything would run nice and smooth. The trigger now, hopefully you can see that there nicely, and actually walkable instead of having to just like pull it backwards and forwards yourself. So the other problem that I had was the bolt. Not as much of a problem with this one, but it could have caused issues. Now, when they've done the dip on this, as I've mentioned with other parts, the dip has actually gone inside. Now, what's that? What that has meant is that the bolt is a bit stiff for actually getting it back in. However, once it gets down further towards the back, to where it's actually going to be meeting the back block, it runs nice and smooth there and shouldn't cause an issue. Even then, through normal use, that dip will eventually wear off and the bore should be nice and smooth again. As well as that, the pin for the bolt, it's all it needs really is adjusting, but yet again, thanks to somebody spray painting all these parts, actually spray painting them instead of anodizing them, the pin is a bit stiff with, as I said, with the spray paint. I can't back the ball bearing out on the bolt though, and that should remove that issue. So, unfortunately yet, I haven't gassed it up, so I don't actually know if anything's leaking. I'm going to put this down instead of just sitting holding it here. But yeah, unfortunately, I still haven't had a chance to get my air tank filled with working. So I haven't had a chance to check if it's actually airing up or not. But as to the board and everything, it all looks fine. I've checked the LPR and those sorts of things. The LPR, the rammer and stuff. Everything seems okay, but I won't know, of course, until I actually gas it up. So, I think that's pretty much it for this time. If you've got any questions, you know, feel free to post them up, or, you know, you feel free to send us a message on here as well. And, I think that's about it for now. Yeah. Thanks very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.